And we're going to start on Thursday Night Football with the Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. So, Tyler, I'll pass it to you for the situation.
Okay, so we've got Dak Prescott. He's standing near the goal line. He ends up getting sacked. The Lions are calling for a safety, but it is ruled not a safety. So here is that
Actually,
play.
ruled on the field as a safety, but overturned later by replay review.
Okay, gotcha. But ultimately, they do decide that this is not a safety. That is the situation. Here's another angle of it. And now, so Zach, this is your team, so I'll let you bat first here.
Right.
You're probably in the safety field, right?
Well, I'm going to first this kind of give the rule a little context to what the refs are looking for on this play, right? Because obviously a safety is when you get tackled in the end zone, but it gets a little bit more gray when that ball is close to that end line. And so what the refs are looking for on this play is if any part of the ball is over that white plane of the goal line, you can rule when the defender hits the quarterback or the ball carrier, it is considered a safety. Am I correct on that?
So, well, and that was my question. So if it says any part over the goal line, are we talking about over the goal line in the field of play or over the goal line into the end zone?
Right, over the goal line into the end zone. So if any part of the ball is intercepting this plane when the defender hits, so that only applies when the defender makes a hit, it is a safety every time. But if the whole ball, and so the referees, for additional context, when they ruled this not a safety, they said the entire ball was out of the end zone when the ball carrier was contacted by the defender, therefore it's not a safety. Got it? So that's the ref's rationale. Okay. And so I'm going to show you two angles. This is the first angle everyone got before they went to commercial break. So we look here. He's contacted by Jack Campbell. Looks like that part of the ball is over the plane. And he is then dragged in. He never reestablishes himself outside of the end zone. He is dragged into the end zone for what looks like a pretty obvious safety. So this was the key angle that we all saw, where that ball, when contacted by Jack Campbell, because mind you, it's Hutch. It's Campbell, not Hutch. Hutch does not make contact. It is Campbell. And so contact starts here. Where's that ball, Tyler?
Mm-hmm. I see what you're showing.
Okay. Next angle is this one. This is the one they showed after the commercial break. So a slow-mo angle of Dak tucking the ball, and he's contacted. Now where's that ball?
You're not going to like my answer.
I think we may agree here. I don't think this is a safety based on the second angle.
I don't think this is the answer because, again, I thought you were going to be in the safety category. And so on that first angle, when you said, where's the ball? I was like, in my head, I was like, that angle's not right down the goal line. I see what you're saying, but I want to see it right down the goal line. And now that I am kind of going into what I was going to say, what I thought was going to be a counter to your point was I don't think this ball is in the end zone. I don't think this is a safety.
So here's my thing. As a Lions fan, I am trying to be objective, and I thought live when they showed that first angle before commercial, no doubt in my mind this is a safety. Can't believe the refs are screwing us. Then they showed this second angle, and it was clearly Amazon trying to stoke a little controversy on their broadcast. And I guess it worked because they were the most viewed Thursday Night Football broadcast in NFL history last night. Lions set another record. So Amazon knows what they're doing. Strum up controversy, get everyone on Twitter talking about it. People tune into the game. This was in the second quarter. I think that this is clearly the right call. The only argument for safety that I have, it's a little bit of a devil's advocate argument, is this angle enough evidence to overturn a call on the field? That would be my only question, because there's multiple angles. One of them shows the ball clearly in. One of the ball seems to show the ball clearly out. If you have conflicting reports, it typically means you're not going to get the overturn. But it seems the ref thought this was enough, right, Tyler?
Sure, and I agree that this is enough, actually, because the angle that shows clearly in, which was the first angle you just saw, it's at an angle. It's not looking down the goal line. It's almost the same argument Bills fans said with Josh Allen kind of being short or clearly past the line, was like they're looking at a weird angle. And so, yeah, if you just draw a line straight up from a bad angle, it's going to look that way. So this camera angle looking straight down the line, you see almost 100% of the ball, really. I think this is definitely enough of the ball poking out to overturn a call on the field.
Yeah, and it's frustrating that this angle wasn't the one shown to fans, because it had me pretty up in arms for an entire commercial that they would even consider reviewing this. But there was clearly conflicting evidence. The refs ended up going with what looks like the clearer, more down the line angle. So I think we both agree. Refs actually got it right this time. No safety. And Lions ended up scoring a touchdown anyway, and they won the game. So it wasn't really an impactful call, but it was controversial enough for us to cover it and kind of cover that new wrinkle to the rule of, if any part of the ball is over the plane, it is in fact a safety, right?
Yes, and it also is a learning thing, because usually we think the opposite of, where the ball starts is the forward progress line. Obviously, out of the end zone is going to be closer to the first down line and the other goal line. So you would think that the entire ball has to be in the end zone for it to be a safety, but it is the opposite.
Yeah, it was certainly a learning moment for me. Honestly, pretty good job by Terry McCauley. Even Terry was, before the commercial, saying this is clearly a safety, they got it wrong, and then he amended his statement afterwards. So the broadcast wasn't really doing the fans a lot of favors, or the refs a lot of favors, but it seems like the refs and then eventually the broadcast got it right here. We're going to defend the refs for once